Yeah, please tell something about yourself and your company, ACKTEC Technologies.
Okay, basically I'm the founder of the ACKTEC Technology. So ACKTEC stands for an acronym called Automating Content Knowledge for Training, Education, and Commerce. Our vision is to make learning a lot more different, innovative. So our motto is rethink learning. So we uses interactive content to make learning a lot more different. So apart from just the common current digitization way of doing things like video and text, we tend to use 360 VR, AR, 3D immersive to replace the way learning can be done.
Right.
So that is our technology behind. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So how did this idea come to your mind? Like, why did you choose to get into the EdTech sector?
It wasn't new to me. So I've been in the industry in education for the last 16 years with my family. So they are we are into education for many years. So we always believe that learning can be overcome with technology. And if technology can help make learning a lot more efficient and faster and innovative, it's always something that we want to do. So in the educational business that my family used to do, we always used tech, but it wasn't really stable then. So when the opportunity came, I pivoted and came off to do a digital business in edutech. Yeah.
Right. So can you explain in brief about all the products that you're offering right now under ACKTEC?
ACKTEC has 3 key products. Product 1 is called ACKTEC Learn. That is a platform that allows the immersive content to sit in through the mobile phone without you having to buy a headset or a VR gear. The other one is the ACKTEC Class, where we allow people, individual schools or even corporates, to set up their own LMSs on their own, and also if they need to build a bespoke LMS, they can look for us. And it comes with the content creators together embedded. And then the next one is called a KQuest, which is our marketplace where content with jobs and or certification from recognized regionally will be placed there for people to either learn to get a job or learn to upgrade and get a recognized certification from a recognized body or a well-known institution in the region.
Right. So currently you're focusing on like just South Asia, or are you planning to expand into other regions as well, like America or Africa?
At the moment, ACKTEC is focused in Australia and Asia. So whatever we do, we believe we want to make an impact in this region. Though we have also have partners in Africa and US, but our current focus is in Australasia.
Right. And it is interesting that you're not just catering to like schools and universities only, but also to other industries, right? Like corporate and finance and everything. So was this from the beginning, like since you launched, or gradually, you decided that you want to expand into these sectors as well?
Actually, we started from the K-12, which was not getting much traction then. So we decided to go into the corporate.
Okay.
And eventually we also realized our product can also be used in preschool. That's where we also work with the preschool sectors for the use of our products.
And what's the competitive landscape of ACKTEC like? Like, is there any other player in this market, or like, and what is your USP?
There are direct competitors on our platforms. So if you speak about our LMS, which is our ACKTEC class, there are a lot of LMS in the market. So we tend to differentiate ourselves by SaaS, easy to use with a content creator. In terms of ACKTEC Learn, I would say there are indirect competitors, which I think I do not want to mention names here, but I think there are direct competitors or indirect competitors who also use content tools to develop content for digitization. Our difference is always in the immersive landscape. So through the mobile phone, we tend to allow immersive landscape to be displayed. On the KQuest platform, which is the marketplace, yes, it's a trend now. Everybody loves to do marketplace because they think that and believe that this is a trend going forward. We do agree. And therefore, what we believe and what we really want to do is to make an impact in Australasia. And therefore, the key criteria is to make sure we bring on board jobs or certification that is recognized in this region.
Yeah, that's great. And now that we are in the midst of the pandemic, it's like immersive learning is all the more important right now. So did you experience a rise in the demand for your products and services during this period?
There are people looking at alternative way of digitization. Although the cheapest and easiest way is you get a mobile phone and record whatever you're doing. But over time, people realize this is not engaging at all. It lacks the interaction. It lacks the visualization. So more and more people are looking at immersive way to display learning content. And yes, people do look for us to convert their content into this manner.
So the demand is more like from which sector? Is it from the preschool or school or like corporates?
We see an increase in corporate, particularly in the manufacturing or skilled sectors where people need to use immersive learning to increase the retention and the understanding of the particularly equipment or the understanding of the job. Where now cross-border training is hampered by traveling. So more and more people needs to use immersive training to train people up.
Right. So why do you think that the schools, or why don't you think that the schools are not demanding this more? Because I know for a fact that if this technology would have been when I was in my school, it would have been much easier to understand things and like remember them, especially in subjects like biology.
Schools tend to want to do it themselves.
Okay.
Schools tend to want to have freemium software that they can leverage on, and therefore the investment to them may not be necessary. But we will see. If the pandemic continue to stay, and the only way to learn is probably through online plus a bit of offline, potentially school may look into this investment in the near term. But at this juncture, schools are still very, I would say very affected because of two reasons. Reason number one, most schools are not ready to transform. Second, they are now worried about survival to make sure they can retain the student. But to me, investment in new technology in EduTech is more important if you want to look into future of retaining and bringing in more students to come in.
Yeah, right. And the EdTech sector has been booming since the past few years, and especially during the pandemic. And it does have its own challenges. So what are those pain points that you faced or you are facing, and how do you overcome them?
ACKTEC is always not very sexy tech compared to the rest of the tech, like fintech, and also ACKTEC businesses. Yes, many has boomed, but if you look at their background, a lot of them were actually existed a couple of years on their own for many years. So they have worked very hard, bootstrap to build a product, then to reach at exactly where they were now, raising tons of money, is also because of the many years of accumulation that they have accumulated. So if you can see the trending, investment in ACKTEC is harder as compared to other sectors like fintech, food tech, or even now blockchain. Yeah.
Right. And ACKTEC, like you guys have participated in many incubators and accelerators as well. So would you like to share those experiences?
Most of the accelerators are fantastic. They bring you either market understanding or they bring you understanding of talents and the need in the market. The only downside currently of the accelerator is the inability to travel. So though it's online, but many a time online, there are a lot of distraction. People gets distracted over daily work when you are in online medium. So it's not as useful as if you can have a face-to-face accelerator and visiting the place on the ground to understand.
Right. And you guys also recently raised $1 million this year in seed funding. So what's in the pipeline for ACKTEC Technologies and how are you planning to use those funds?
Actually, ACKTEC is determined to be launching in Australasia. So we have started offices in Malaysia, Thailand, and Australia, and apart from Singapore and China. And then we will be opening in Vietnam and Indonesia by the next half of the year. This is to show our commitment and determination to launch our product and our services in this region.
Right. And do you plan to raise more funding, like considering your expansion plans in the coming years?
Yes, we are. We are raising our Series A, and we hope that through this interview, maybe VCs who likes ACKTEC and like the edutech industry are happy to speak with us to invest in our Series A to make an impact in Asia.
That's great, and all the best to you.
Thank you.
So my last question would be that what was that moment or that incident where you felt that what you're doing at ACKTEC is worth it or it's making a difference and something that made you feel proud?
Every second since the day we have incepted till now, every moment, we are always putting our partners at first. So we always are satisfied when our partners get an aha moment in their, either through their proof of concept or through the project that we implement to them, or through ideas that we brainstorm with them and we build new products. So like an old friend who used to tell me, our partners work with us and teach us how to grow and improve our product. So every moment that we are doing, we are making an impact, not just to the general individual in this region, but also to our partners. And that is why keeps ACKTEC excited every single day.
That's amazing. And all the best for all your future plans and all of your expansion plans.
Thank you. Thank you so much.